So when I look back on my old life, back when I was in marketing and a normal member of society who totally fit in with everybody else, I remember how I wasn't really a huge believer in the law of attraction or power manifestation. I remember listening to Jim Carrey talk and wondering what happened to him. Like, oh my gosh, Jim Carrey went crazy. What's wrong with him? And all he was doing was talking about the law of attraction. So when I think back to that, that makes me sad because I remember certain instances where the law of attraction and power manifestation were alive and well in my own life back then. Like, I remember wanting to get a friend for my beloved kitty Toonces. And I said, you know, it'd be really fun to get Toonces a friend. You know, an orange tabby would be really cute. And a little while later, I was walking into PetSmart to buy Toonces some food, and this guy ran in a panic with this box full of kittens, and he's like, I found these under my mom's house. I don't know what to do. Help me. And so I looked at the box, and I was like, I'll take the orange tabby. And that little orange tabby became Toonces' best friend, and he was a member of the family, Toby Pavlina. So Toby and Toonces are currently snuggling on the other side and still with me in spirit. But yeah, I feel like I manifested Toby. And at the time, it just didn't even occur to me. Just like, oh, whatever. But yeah. So the law of attraction and power manifestation is alive and well, whether we want it to be or not, whether we believe in it or not. I also think back to how I just completely ignored my intuition. And this is all before I even developed my intuition, but I was clairsentient and didn't know it. Like, I got scammed out of some money because I signed this contract. And I remember having a tummy ache while I was signing the contract. That was my clairsentience. That was my gut bothering me. And I just dismissed it as a tummy ache. It's like, ugh. So that's why I think it's so important to raise awareness about clairsentience and encouraging people to follow their gut. You know, people think you're so weird when you tell them you're a psychic medium, but intuition is just a normal, thing to do. It's just so natural for me. And with regards to society, I feel like we just call it other things, women's intuition, follow your gut, epiphanies, or I just feel like I should, or I just had this dream, or, and it came true. Like, just, I was watching Bobby Flay the other day, and he was making a recipe, and he's like, I'm going to go with my gut on this one. And I was like, yay, cool, there it is, intuition, right? So intuition with recipes too, which is awesome. So it's everywhere. It's part of everyday language. And yet when I say I'm a professional intuitive, people think I'm weird. Whatever. I think everyone is intuitive to a certain extent, and they just need to go to the intuitive gym and work out that muscle, which is why I'm a huge fan of intuitive development. I think it's really important for people to take classes and develop their internal guidance system because it's a valuable resource for you guys. I don't see myself as being able to do something that others can't. I don't see myself as being on a pedestal above everyone else. Like, oh, I could do something you can't. Like I said, I think everyone's intuitive to a certain extent. They just need to, work out the muscle, make it stronger. But I do think it's a very natural thing to do. And, if you guys get gut responses to things, please don't be afraid to speak up. I mean, if you follow your gut, yeah, sometimes you got to set your ego aside, not worry what other people are going to think, and say, you know what, I'm just going to follow my gut on this one. That's a normal way to say it. But don't be embarrassed to speak up and say that, I'm sorry, I really can't join you guys in that outing, or what are my guts bothering me. So like maybe you, end up not, having any fun on that outing or something, but don't be afraid to speak up and follow your gut. Your gut is king, and please don't ignore what your body's telling you. Nausea, nervous energy, closed or tight feeling, those are all bad. You're not always going to know why your gut's bothering you. That's the thing with clairsentience, is sometimes that's all the information you get is a physical sensation, so you're not going to know why your gut's bothering you. I still encourage you to listen to it. Maybe you won't be able to explain to your friends why you got a flake on them. But still, just to say, I'm sorry, I can't really tell you why my gut's just bothering me. Another reason why I just love clairsentience so much is because it's my fail-safe. During sessions, I pay close attention to how my gut is responding when the other person's talking. Like if someone's explaining a situation to me, I will pay really close attention to how my gut is responding to what they're saying. And that's why I implore you guys to use yours and don't dismiss it. You know, it's here for a reason. It's your internal guidance system, and it's very valuable. I also encourage people to meditate. You know, imagine yourself, you know, dating that guy or girl, or, you know, taking that trip or buying that car you want. And as you're imagining yourself doing that, pay close attention to your gut and how it feels. You know, does it feel relaxed and open? Does it feel closed and tight, or nervous or nauseous? You know, there's your answer, because your gut is going to respond to what's going on in your mind. Your gut responds to your thoughts. So pay close attention to that, like during meditation. The other side is also saying to listen to your heart. Allow your heart to guide you forward with love, compassion, understanding, etc. Now, sometimes we make a decision where our gut response doesn't go away. It just hangs out. So when that happens, if you feel overcome with anxiety or whatever, pay close attention to any free will decisions you've made lately and change your mind. Back away from that decision, see if the anxiety or the gut, you know, tightness or nausea or whatever goes away. There's your answer. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that. Okay. So I'm passionate about following your gut because it's my safety net. If I'm confused, I rely on it because it's a physical sensation you can't deny. And another reason why I'm so passionate about clairsentience and following your gut is because you can use it even if you haven't developed your intuition. Yes, I'm a huge fan of developing your intuition. However, if you don't have the time or whatever to do that, to take any intuitive development classes, this is a modality that you can use and rely on even if you haven't developed your intuition. Now, because it's a physical sensation, you don't, you know, my foot hurts. You know, same thing with your gut. It's like, oh, my gut bothers me. It's a physical sensation you can't deny. During my sessions, I use all my clairs. I use claircognizant, which is clear knowing. I use clairaudience, which is clear hearing, and I use clairvoyance, which is I see images. So I'm firing on all cylinders during sessions. Still, even though I've taken the time and effort to develop all those clairs, still my favorite modality is still clairsentience, because it's a physical sensation you can't deny. Still my favorite, still my fail-safe, my go-to. It's undeniable. And that's the reason why I'm pushing this so hard on you guys, is because it's the easiest. My opinion, it's the easiest of all the clairs. That's why I'm pushing it on you guys. It's the easiest of all the clairs. You know, simple, easy way to use your intuition, you know, when you need to make a decision. Clairsentience. I love clairsentience. Follow your gut. Follow your gut. So that's pretty much what I wanted to share. If you guys need any help with your path, it's my life purpose to connect people with their spirit guides and the other side and the light. That's my life purpose. So if you do need help on your path, life purpose, love life, whatever, please don't hesitate to book a session. I'm always here. I'll include a link to my website in the description box below this video. You can click on there and book a session with me if you want. I'm here to help and support you on your path. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.